Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tammy and I own Walnut Creek Bath Boutique, and today is a wax melt making video. I'm so happy you're here with me. And guys, I have a new toy. I wasn't going to spend any more money. I have had this toy. Look at it. And it's one of those things. I've had this for 3 or 4 months. I'm just now getting to the point where I can use this and see if I like it or not. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't super expensive. I think I did spend about $60 or $65 on it, so it's solid. It is a bit heavy, so I'm a little nervous about the weight of that with the wax in it, and I have really weak wrists and they get sore and painful quite often. I'm getting old. So guys, I was going to be testing a lot of fall scents this year and trying to incorporate new scents in my line. Honestly, I ran completely out of time. I could not test any of these sample bottles that I got to see if they would work. I'm done. I can't. So I 8 scents on the back counter that I'm going to try to make. I'm hoping to have all of these done by this weekend. Let's see. Let's see how that works. Hang on. Okay guys, real world here. I'm sharing with you my 2 baskets. I got these from Walmart, and these are my wax melt baskets that I have over here just sitting on top of my tote of wax. I have glitter that I got. I got quite a few glitters from Rustic Essentials. They were having a huge sale on micas and glitters, so I just grabbed a handful of those. I have like little pump bottles, but those aren't in yet. I have my dedicated wax towel, so that's full of wax drippings. I have started putting Vibar. I don't have my label on here, but I do put Vibar. Is that the right thing? Yeah. For the sun fading, because I have had trouble with my wax melts fading. These are all my colors. I reuse my parchment paper to check colors. And let's see, I have some wax coffee beans. I think I might make some more coffee, what is it, salted caramel frappe. So I'll probably use some more of my beans there. And in here I have my dedicated stir spoons, all my clamshells that I use as molds, and these little doohickeys. I am going to be selling 1 ounce little samples at the shows this fall to see how those move. So part of my batch is going to be these. So these cute little, I think they're just tea light molds from Rustic Essentials. They're like little metal flowery things. I thought that would be really cute for just a 1 ounce sample thing. So that's what those are for. And I have, this is kind of a mess. Look at that blue. That is dye leaking. I just thought I'd share with you my basket of horrors right here. This is another thing that sits on my tote over there. And this is my paraffin wax. I've been using Pro Blend in both my candles and my tarts, but I think 650 is the tart and 600 is the candle, but I could have that backwards. This paraffin is really difficult to break apart, and I've tried freezing it and then trying to chop it with it frozen. That didn't work. This is what's working for me currently. I bought this like heavy duty chisel and an old hammer, and I just chip away at it. I should probably do this a whole bunch and just get a bunch of chunks, but I'm not that smart. And I'm only adding just a little bit of this paraffin because I don't believe that the tart wax is hard enough on its own without this. So I use a hot plate to melt my wax. And the first thing that we're going to do is snickerdoodle. I get my snickerdoodle from Candle Science, and I'll probably run upstairs and grab some cinnamon so I can have some pretty decorations on it. I think that's appropriate for a snickerdoodle, don't you? All right, guys, it's been forever. So here's what I did. I'm out there packaging up my soap, and I have these little probes in my pitchers. And I'm thinking, okay, well, the alarm will go off and I'll know when it's hot, and that way I can just go outside of this room. I'm still downstairs, but at least I'm able to work outside the main room out there. Well, I never heard it, and I never heard it, and I kept coming in here and checking on it, and it wasn't doing anything. Guys, I didn't have it plugged in. So then I plugged it in, and the alarm kept going off, and I'd come in here and it's just full of wax. It's like, how is the alarm going off at 185 or 183, I think I had it set for? It's still full of wax. So I took them out. That wasn't working. I think I've used them before with no problem. This little ivory liquid is really kind of janky. I'm going to try 4, and let's see what that gives us. Just let that dry for a second. I think I'm going to add just 2 more. Let's see what happens. I don't want it too dark, but that one almost looks yellowy. Okay, that's 6. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. Can you see the difference? That's 2 or 4, and this one is 6. Yeah, I like 6. Still letting it cool down. I do let it cool down or get up to 185. I like to put my fragrance oil anywhere between 180 and 185. So in case you're wondering what's going on, if you're new around here, I have stopped using or selling my wax melts in clamshells. So I have cut off the lid of a bunch of clamshells, and I just repurpose them and reuse them over and over and over until they get too gunky for me to reuse. And I'll just pop them out. Once these are cool, I'll pop out the wax and reuse these again the next time. All right, and the fragrance oil goes. Oh, I shouldn't have used this spatula for that. I know better than that. Now my jar's gonna be all waxy. It got a little cool, so I set it back down here on the hot plate. It's still off, but just keeping it warm while I stir that in for a couple minutes. I will stir that until it hits about 165, and I just stir. Just stand here. Just standing here. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video while I'm stirring. I'll be right back. All right, guys, let's get the toy out. It's a little warm still, but I know it's gonna cool down quite a bit when it hits this metal. So I'm gonna put about half in here. Maybe not quite half. And let me just give her a go. Let's see. Oh my goodness, how fun is this? I am getting bubbles, but I don't know that wax melts, that's a big deal. My goodness, you guys, that was fun and easy. Oh, I didn't mean to get it on the crossbar. All right, let me see if I can do it one-handed now. Maybe not. I think I'll just stick with the 2 hands for now. I did a Fruit Loop wax melt one time, and if I can find a picture of it, I will throw it up on the screen here. But I was so pleased with that wax melt, but every single square was its own color. You talk about the amount of time and frustration that went into that wax melt. It was horrible. And look at this. This would have made that so easy. All right, so I have a ring. And first things first, I'm going to take my heat gun and try to get as much of this out and into this. So hang on, let me go get that real quick. Snickerdoodle is done. All right, my next scent is Black Cherry Bomb from Nature's Garden. And I bought this 8-ounce bottle not knowing if it was going to be skin safe and hopeful that it was. And then it wasn't. It's no longer skin safe, guys. I think I made a soap with this a couple years ago, and it was a good one. But it did work in my test this spring when I did test this. And it's not specifically a fall scent, but it's a good scent. So I'm going with it for even though it's going into fall time. So I'm also going to just use some purple. And I'm going to do 1, 3, 4, 5 drops of purple. Let's see what that gets us. And I have a little bit of magenta in case I want to add a little bit of that. I don't know that I want it just super purple. I want it more of a darker purple. And I'm looking at my color wheel. And I think I need to add blue instead of red if I want it to be a bit darker in tone. I don't know that I want to add black. I don't know where my little thingy went. That's not very dark. 5 blues back there, and they're all about the same color. All right, 5 blue, 5 purple. Let's see what that does. Look at that. Every time I hit that blue, that's what happens. Ooh, that is definitely a cross between a blue and a purple. I don't know if that's going to show up for you or not. I'm going to go with that. I don't think that's too bad. So I just realized there's a spring. I don't know if you can see that. There's a spring right here, and it's got a little bit of that wax in it. So I'm going to clean that out real quick. I'm pretty particular about my temperature, guys. I usually will stir with it on the heat plate for about a minute before I take it off and let it start cooling down. That's what I've been doing with my candles. I pour my wax while it's still on the heat plate, stir it for 30 seconds, and then take it off the heat plate. I just feel like keeping it at temperature, and you add in all this fragrance oil and it drops the temperature really fast. That went down to 171. So 12 to 14 degrees drop within just seconds. So it just makes me feel a little better to stir it for a minute while it's still hot. Make sure all of those wax molecules have opened up completely, and that fragrance oil is really well dispersed by continuing to stir. Okay, it's 172 right now, so I'm going to pour it in here, and I just want to see how much it drops in temperature. So actually about 171, so let's see what happens. $168. Not as much as I thought. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. I'm clogged. I must not have gotten that completely melted through. All right, let's fix that. But a plug fell out. So that's another lesson learned. Clean that hole a little bit better. Whoa, there we go. All right, 15 and 10. Not too shabby. And look at these. These are setting up nicely. Isn't that cute? All right, guys. I may put a little glitter on these. I think I might. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 9:08 p.m.
Oh my gosh, it's after 9. But I have this fuchsia maroon glitter, and I want to give it a go. So I'm going to let them get a film a little bit first, and then we'll put some glitter on there and just see what that looks like. In the meantime, I'm cleaning up this mess here. So I had a brainy idea of using a pipette to spritz on my glitter. And look at that. I don't think the pipette's working. Maybe I'll just use my small thing here and see what happens, if it'll go through the strainer. Yep, it'll go through pretty easily. Oh my gosh. There's going to be glitter all over this room. It's really pretty. It's a little much, but it's really pretty. All right, guys, I'm calling that. I am walking away, like literally. I'm walking away. I'm going upstairs. I'm unplugging everything, and I'm going to go upstairs. Probably go to bed. See you tomorrow. All right, it's the next day, and I walked away. Let's look at these. That one looks a little heavy-handed right there, that one spot. That one's not too bad. Black cherry bomb. Smells good, guys. And there is Snickerdoodle. Cute, and also smells delicious. I was calling these 1 ounce little pucks, but I think they're more like half an ounce. I'm going to go weigh one. Yeah, these are half ounces. Let me see if I can get rid of some of that glitter. Nope. It's there. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, I'm going to clean up and get on to my next 2 batches. All right, guys, it has been a couple weeks since I was down here making wax melts, and I kind of lied. I did test some more wax melts. I just really felt like I needed at least another 2 or 3 fall scents, and I did do some tests, and then I was able to work in some of those. I didn't test all of those. I mean, I haven't ran my test to see. I did want to share with you that the #1 tester that I was actually able to use was this cranberry and clove from Midwest Fragrance. I believe I tried this in my candles and I didn't have a lot of success, but in my wax melts, this, guys, is a winner. This is like my favorite. This is really good. Really good. I love a cranberry scent. So yes, if you're looking for a good fall winter wax melt, give that one a try. The one that worked the least is Marshmallow Fireside Type from Aztec. I mean, I smelled nothing in that one. And the cold throw, I have this little thing. The cold throw is really, really good on this. Nothing when I burned it. I didn't, yeah, so you win some, you lose some. Let's talk about my toy. So I really like this. Realized that the last time I used it, that I did not have these very tight, and there's like 2 screws on here. So there's 2 screws, and this top one was loose, and I had wax pouring out of that when I hit the little button. So if you have one of these or get one of those, make sure that the screws, both of them, are nice and tight. And I I see I have a little wax on my thread there. I saw somebody recently on Instagram use this to fill their lotions. How cool is that? To fill a lotion bottle with this? That would be really nice. It's all metal, so it would be easy to sanitize. I really don't think I would want to use this wax and use this for lotions as well. I'm a little too scared of, keeping things really sanitized. So if I did this if I made lotions enough and bought one of these 4 lotions, I would want a dedicated lotion one and only use it for lotions. But yeah, if you make a lot of lotions, how cool. It was really neat. So there's a little thing for you as well. I keep finding little wax bits on it that I have to apparently clean it better. I want to show you my new packaging though. All right, hang tight. I'm going to show you my new packaging. Just a second. I make more trips up and down those stairs. You think I'd be real skinny. All right, so my current packaging is shrink banding, and I put those glassine bags. The problem with those bags is if I get this even a little too full, they don't fit and they rip. I can barely get them in those little bags I bought. And then the corners where this is, because I thought, well, I could go bigger, but it looks a little messy. But these fit perfectly in these little trays I got on Amazon. I mean, it is a perfect fit through here. So the problem is that the smell will transfer from one to the other. So I can't really store or ship or take to the craft shows or box up or anything. All these different scents start intermingling because this is smell through. So I thought about buying non-smell through biodegradable shrink wrap. And I may still, but for this year I chose to do the boxes. So I got these on Amazon as well, and check that out. So there's the back and there's the front. It's got a little window. And then I have a little piece of tape on here. They're fairly cheap. Fairly cheap, guys. But they open up just like that. And there's the warning label right in there. That is my new packaging for now. Just to get me through this year till I decide what I really want to do. And then I have this little piece of tape on there just to kind of help it close, because like I said, they're fairly cheap. But I think that's really cute. There we go. The problem is they don't fit in my, I just bought these. They don't fit in my trays I bought for my craft show table. But I can stack them like this. This is my smeller. So that's what they're going to pick up and test. It's going to be in front of the tray. And my wax melts are going to be in here like that. If that makes sense. There's my new packaging. Maybe short term, maybe long term. I haven't decided. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.